Good evening, and welcome back to the whatever we're doing nowadays. Welcome back to Futile. We are playing another session of the Risen War. If you noticed, last session we had a little bit of trouble with the audio due to the mystical interwebs and packets and parts unknown. So, as a quick recap for last session, for those of you who aren't here, or those of you who were and couldn't hear a damn thing,
In
case you haven't heard.
in case you haven't heard, Edwin's book turned out to contain a ghost creature of some sort of horrible, shadowy monster that began to psychically rake through people's flesh and minds. Our heroes fought unarmed for a little while. Edwin was understandably concerned. Paralyzed by fear, indeed. The creature escaped briefly before it was found again, and our heroes destroyed it. And their new home is now ghost/demon free, maybe.
As far as we know.
Boffin was super into the black goo, and man, why did the black goo scare Dragacorn away? That's not fair.
Marched his little halfling feet over to Edwin's room and said, "Turn it off and scare Dragacorn away."
He did. It was great.
Turn that shit off.
You're making a mess.
It was.
It sure was.
Yep.
Hey, we took care of it.
Oh.
We did.
Boffin helped a little bit, even. So,
Yes.
didn't seem to care too much about weapons, but it didn't not care about them.
Found yet another thing that doesn't like the light.
Yeah, it's coming in handy, holding on and Edwin not knowing so much. Well, I guess less Edwin this time, but it's still good that he knows it, though.
Yes.
Well, he casted light so that Boffin could actually see anything.
Yeah, it was very, very dark in there.
Sure was.
All right.
But now it's gone.
All
This
right.
is why you can never carry too many knives.
And our heroes have now made it to Tilderon, capital of the lair, and they've delivered their message to the queen, and now they rest and wait a couple of weeks until the legendary elven party begins. We'll pick it up on the night of the monster attack on Edwin. You're all a little bit worse for wear. Beaten up just
a little bit.
The evening's yours.
Marius said he was going to take watch for the night, so just make sure.
Everyone else was saying, don't can do that.
Look,
Take turns.
we don't know if possibly drugged another ghost off the dirt off my boot heel. I don't know.
Yes,
I'm
that's why
taking
we'll all
chances.
take watches.
It's definitely not good for just one of us to shoulder the entire burden.
No.
Edwin, how you
I know-
doing?
I know-
How you doing, friend?
He's just kind of sat on his bed at this point, just taking it all in. Again.
Well,
Fidgeting with his hands.
you're probably not going to be able to get to sleep, are you? After that.
No. Hard enough after the dog.
Can't have all of you not sleeping.
Well,
No, it's fine. I'm used to it.
well, Is there
That's
anything we-
concerning.
is there anything that we can do for you?
I don't think so.
Okay. Well, I know Marius is set up out here watching the door, but you know,
Got
Points
a little
for
more
a-
than my fist this time.
But well, I mean, we're here to help you however we can, Edwin. So
That's right.
just let us know, okay? And she'll give him a gentle pat on the shoulder and just kind of smile at him. Just we're here.
I appreciate it.
And she's gonna just kind of check on Boffin as she walks back out to go try and sleep herself. Just Boffin, you good?
Why wouldn't I be good?
I don't know. I heard you talking about some black goo.
I mean, I saw it, and it seems to have disappeared now.
You
Wait, did y'all
'Cause
not
you were-
see any of that? I assumed that had something to do with
no.
that creature. I mean, it was full of shadows. Just figured some of it was
Maybe.
leaking out.
All right. I mean, as long as you can head back to bed, all right.
I mean, sure, like I said, and I'll take a watch so that Marius isn't up the whole night. But yeah, I guess I could probably.
Ain't
Use
got
some
no
more
trouble
rest.
staying up. Wouldn't be the first night of
Marius.
a long watch.
No,
And
but
there's no reason to. I know you're feeling guilty about this, but you're not going to do anyone good if you're seeing things because you stay up too late.
I hardly see things. Well, I see.
What's the point?
I see things, but like seeing things, I don't see things.
Gail's just kind of pricking an eyebrow and just
Yes.
okay. All right. Okay. Well, the rest of us might as well try our best, hey?
Yeah.
Marius, I here in a little while, a few hours, I'll come relieve you, okay?
If you want, oh, all right.
And don't worry, I
Just
can see just as well in the dark.
I guess let me know when you're done with that, Gale.
Will do. And with that, she'll head off to her bedroom, giving Boffin and Marius both each a pat on the shoulder.
Just a
Alrighty.
subtle nod.
Those are two very different height shoulders.
Well, she gotta
One-
reach down
one
first
is
and then
just
up
Right.
and then up
Yes.
high.
And then the other's a crouch.
Guess Soliana already went back to bed. That's fine.
It's been a heck of a day. I think we were all hoping for a bit more of a rest.
Well, maybe now at least. Okay. Well. Good night, all of you.
Night, Gale. Mary, Edwin.
Okay.
All right. I need to find an actual room. I was on the couch earlier.
Oh. Yeah. I can help. Yeah, I can help.
Yeah,
you.
just lead me to one that you all haven't already picked out.
Yeah.
I know there's more than enough for all of us.
Gail will take the time to bring Boffin to
Thank you.
to a bedroom. That's
I don't want to
Otherwise,
stumble
I
into anyone else's rooms unexpectedly.
Recovery position.
Just in case you
Alright.
overdose in your sleep.
Second trip.
Alright. Yeah, with that, she'll head off to her room and try to get some sleep.
We're just watching the long haul.
All right. Everybody's gonna try to sleep.
Except Marius.
Besides Marius.
Marius on watch. Because
Try
paranoia.
to sleep in very quotations, more just staying very awake.
Poor Edwin.
Like, what's that? Every shadow is terrifying.
Oh, baby.
Sleep with the lights on.
Yeah.
Oh, that pile of clothes.
All right. Edwin, go ahead and make a wisdom saving throw for me, please. All right. Edwin, you will toss and turn and have some very terrifying thoughts. Are you doing anything to help you sleep, or are you just laying there alone in your room?
And again, everything's just kind of terrifying. He just super doesn't feel safe in the house.
Is he going to try to sleep?
On and off, maybe, before he just kind of gives up on it.
Okay, with your wisdom saving throw, you do manage to get enough sleep to justify a long rest. However, Marius,
Yes.
you're gonna stay up all night?
That,
He'll
he was
talk some
volunteering
sense
for
into
it.
him later.
He was volunteering it.
Are you going to wake up anybody else for second watch?
Sounds
mean-
like Gail might wake herself up.
Yeah.
I'll deal with that.
Okay.
Marius will not.
Marius is not. Okay.
He's his responsibility. He caused the problem.
Marius, make a Constitution saving throw for me, bud. With disadvantage.
Oh, with disadvantage. Okay.
I added that on there at the end, to be fair.
let me
You just roll another one.
Oh, that's already.
I'll roll another one at disadvantage.
Oh, okay.
Oh, that is.
Cool, it's
Hello.
worse.
Works.
It works. It's worse.
Marius, the
It
adrenaline
works.
starts to wear off. And before you know it, you are asleep at the
Shit.
door.
Oh shit.
Gale,
Fucking big man.
Yes.
give me, if thou wilt, let's see. Give me intelligence at a disadvantage. There really
Just
is no
straight
skill.
intelligence.
Yeah, there is no skill for wakes up when I intend to.
I mean, survival maybe? I don't know. But whatever.
No
bleh.
alarm.
The roll
Set
has
a
been
check.
called. Well, yep. Just an intelligence check. Let's.
Bleh.
5th edition doesn't. Did I mention disadvantage?
You did
Yeah.
not.
Yes, he
I,
did.
if
I
you
did.
did, I did not catch it.
I did.
My bad. I will roll a second one.
Blue is my witness.
That's fine.
All right. Gale, you wake up around 5 in the morning. Far later than you intend to.
Shoot.
The house is exceptionally quiet. What bedroom are you taking?
I don't remember what the map looked like.
Look at that.
Thank you. See, it's. Say it's.
Where did you stash Boffin to?
Put him in
I
a
don't-
shoe box under the bed.
Not that
'Cause-
small.
Say this is a bedroom too, right?
Yes.
Okay, I did not peek in there, so I don't know its layout, but that seems reasonable for her to take, or this one.
Okay, which one?
I think this one.
And Edwin, are you taking the room that you're started in?
Yeah, that's where he was.
Okay. Yep. The house is exceptionally quiet as you awaken, except for the sounds of some shuffling, tossing and turning from the wall opposite you. Sounds like Edwin's sleep is disquiet. And as you get up, realizing that you've overslept your watch, there is a horrible, gurgling, growling sound outside your door. Think like back of the throat, something about to vomit something awful up.
Or else.
She's going to just kind of carefully open her door,
Alright.
kind of peek out.
So you open your door. You see Marius leaning up against the wall.
Oh, buddy.
He is snoring in the most unholy manner imaginable. There may be words of infernal, but you can't quite tell.
Do I wake him or do I leave him alone? You know what? I'm going to patrol the house real quick. She's just gonna let him sleep.
Real ungodly snore.
She's just gonna let him do that and just kind of case the house a bit.
Okay. Make an investigation for me, please.
Okay.
Oh, very nice. Okay. So, the house, as I said, is very quiet. There are no signs of anything being disheveled or moved. The back door and front door are both still locked. There are the remnants of cheese and crackers on the couch, where
Oh no, not the crumbs.
where Boffin was devouring.
Gotta get mouses.
And the only other sound, other than the stuttered, unnatural snoring of Marius, is the sound of disquiet coming from Edwin's room. It's not super loud, mind. Only your unnaturally keen hearing clues you into it.
Okay.
Eventually it would just stop. She's gonna be awake.
Say after she does a quick patrol of the house, she's just gonna go up to Edwin's door and just knock gently. And Edwin,
You are jolted awake by a rapping sound at your door.
that's a
Like
gentle
something
one.
trying to
That's
crash through, break in, and devour your giblets in your sleep.
Oh.
Yeah, there's probably something of just like a startled yelp from behind the door.
Oh, she's just gonna kind of flinch and just. Oh, sorry.
Open the door and he looks like shit.
Oh, buddy. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to scare you.
Alright.
Did you sleep at all?
Not well.
Oh man. Well, hey. I'm sorry to hear that. Maybe I should go put on some coffee if we have any. Actually, might have to go buy some. I'll do that when the sun's up. Okay. But the house is safe. As As far as I could tell.
Oh, there's just a look of doubt.
Yeah, I know. Just I gave it a very thorough check. It's just Marius is snoring, really.
Yeah, it doesn't help.
Yeah. But
I don't know how long I can stay here, honestly.
oh. Uh, where would you go?
I don't know. College, maybe.
College? I wonder if they would let you.
I don't
Well, I mean,
It might just be the only safe place for me to be currently.
Gail's kind of thinking about that. She's just kind of pondering and okay. And she's just yeah, with all the magic they've got, I'm sure maybe they can well, I mean, you probably understand what you need more than I do, but you know, I would prefer having us all in one place so that we can look out for each other better. But if you feel that you would be safer there, at least we know where you are.
I don't know if it would be, but I mean, you tried sneaking into a wizard tower. It's not gonna happen. I'll just
I'm
blow up.
no, no, I'm not going to do that. I don't think I could. I mean, I'm pretty sneaky, but Grandma always knew, so. Do you want me to walk with you over there? Like right now, or?
No, it should be alright.
Okay.
Light enough out, and I mean, I have my own.
You do. And the watcher around and everything. Just I mean, I'm happy to walk out happy to walk out there with you and maybe stop and get some supplies for this house while I'm out.
I think everyone else will be okay.
Oh, I honestly think that was a bit of an isolated incident because I don't know.
Yeah, it's after me, not you. He's after me, not you.
Yeah.
At this point, you're all just a way to get to me, I guess.
I don't like that. I understand it, but I don't like it. Well.
Rye, don't cry, it's okay.
Sorry, I didn't mean it. Mary didn't mean it.
It's fine, he's just stupid merc boy.
He's a stupid farm boy, just. Ugh.
I think.
Ah, yes, I can weaponize that.
Oh. Well, Edwin, I think the others will be fine. Because yeah, I think they'll be all right. If you're wanting to head out that way, sooner than later, I'll come with.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm at least
Might be
gonna
able
go
to
get.
actually get some sleep, and if not, well, they have a big library.
They do. I'm gonna go grab some of my gear and meet you at the
Might
door.
even be able to find out what the heck that key was.
Yeah. Yeah. Ugh.
And just keep it away from him.
Mm-hmm.
You know, he just doesn't seem the type to listen to warnings. Yes, I will casually insult Boffin when he's not in the room.
You don't need to do that. You could do it to his face. Everyone else does.
Look, we tried, and he's like, yeah, no, fuck you, I'll do it anyway. It has a labeled add sugar. Yeah, that probably made it worse.
Worse or better?
Yeah, I would certainly like to know more about that. That was interesting.
I'm
I
not tea
still-
savvy, but that's not normal.
It's no, I don't. Not even Elven Chamomile did that to Grandma.
Hey, maybe.
She's just gonna shrug.
Oh.
But she'll go get ready and meet him at the door whenever he's ready.
Okay. I'm gonna need you both to take roll stealth checks for me if you're trying to get out without waking Marius.
Trying to be sneaky, Edwin. You and your +2.
Trying to sneak away from.
Nice.
Oh.
Ugh.
Oh. Say, Gail's not currently wearing her armor, so
Oh boy, howdy.
she doesn't have
some creaky floorboards.
she does not have disadvantage.
Like you're much better.
So, Gale, you're fairly quiet, but Edwin, you're not. Your rustling bag and it's wooden floors. Boots are loud.
Maybe
Mary-
let's coordinate our EP.
Marius wakes right up with a jolt, and there is a shadowy figure. There's the shadowy figure of Gale, and then there is Edwin, who stepped on the loosest floorboard.
What?
Okay.
What in the hell?
Sorry.
Hey, Marius. Morning.
Scared the crap out of me. Sorry, I must have dozed off in the last couple hours or so.
You did. Yeah, you did. Yeah. I mean, I don't know when you did, but I woke up late too. I'm just gonna walk with Edwin. He wants to head up to the college.
Oh, okay.
Did you want? And I was gonna pick up some supplies for here on my way back.
He's gonna think a moment. Take a moment to think. You know what? Yeah, I think that might be a good idea.
You can think this early in the morning?
Can't really
Pretty usually
live here
fine.
without. Can't really live here without restocking that larder.
I'll tag along. Y'all could, in case we need the extra muscle.
Okay.
And he will join them.
But after you can go back to bed. In a proper bed. Not the
Not
floor.
Not skipping a beat.
Boffin and Soliana are left alone in the house. But are they truly alone?
Oh my god, Dragon
Boffin
Ball.
sure isn't.
Don't worry, Boffin.
That's fine.
We'll never leave you. None of us.
A gentle cheek caress.
That's nice. Edwin's also ransacking the tea out of the cupboard.
Checking that in the nearest pond.
Oh no, the entire city has Dragacorn now.
Oh no.
All
There's
hail
the pond.
King Dragacorn!
The air, it's still dark. The air is crisp, cool, as you step out into the evening. Lanterns hang from street lights, from street posts, illuminating the road. as you walk. The city is mostly quiet. There's a few watchmen about. All of a sudden, Edwin, you hear a dog barking loudly somewhere in the distance of the city. Make a wisdom save for me there, Boffin.
Oh, okay.
Sorry, not Boffin, Edwin.
I don't know.
Apologies. Your wisdom save will come later. Alright, Edwin, you jump a little bit towards whichever of Gale or Marius is closer to you, but you don't quite grab their arm in fear. But you definitely jump. But a moment later, all of you realize that it is not the same sort of baying that the hound in the woods.
How?
Well, the thing is, Marius never heard that, so he
never heard the dog, so it's just...
he would just be like, "Oh, it's just a dog."
Oh, just a dog. Oh, Edwin is very scared of the dog.
You are very close,
Okay.
Edwin.
Just,
Sorry.
it's alright, it's just a dog. Not like that one. That was
What in the hell did I miss?
quite a bit, Marius. Well, you didn't get to deal with the shadows like we did, but I mean, that one last night sure clobbered you good, so that's kind of what we dealt with, sort of.
I
But
mean, a couple
less.
more rounds, I think I would have come out on top.
Gail's just gonna kind of look up at him and just kind of, okay.
Optimistic.
But no, there was some sort of shadow dog with the smaller shadows, and it's really spooky to hear, actually.
Shadow dogs.
Mm-hmm.
Was my old mentor back in Philemon. It was his first attempt of, I guess, getting back what I took from him and me in turn. Roll up his sleeve a little bit where he's got bite mark bandaged up.
Yeah, it was rough. But
There's some sick people out there.
quite a few of them.
A lot of them are congregated in the keep. So.
But light is their worst enemy, apparently.
Well, the only thing that scares away the shadows is the light itself, so I reckon that makes sense.
Yep. It'd be nice to learn either of those for me. But
I mean, one of them's easier than the other. But...
Oh yeah, there's your little light that you just. Bloop, as she just kind of gestures with her hand, fingers, just like. Boop. Yeah.
Yeah, learned that one when I was a kid.
It's very handy.
I mean, yeah, it's handy when you can see in the dark, but it helps see better.
Yeah.
It doesn't strain the eyes as much to try and decipher black ink on dark paper.
No, I imagine not. That sounds very straining. And me over here, working in the dark a lot. But that bolt spell that you and Sully both have. I've seen the clerics use it quite a lot, but
Pretty
I
nifty
kind
spell.
of wish I had asked them to teach me, but it is what it is.
Sure, we can try.
I'm just gonna stick a pin in it and come back to it if the opportunity arises. Say as we're walking, just kind of just looking around, just keeping our eye on things.
The city is pleasant as you near the Arcane College. But we're going to briefly go back to Boffin, because Boffin doesn't get to be a spectator in all this. Boffin,
He's EP.
Well, no, because he's not there.
you are comfortably at rest. Some of the best sleep of recent memory. Possibly some of the best sleep since the events at Iron Pinnacle Keep. Some time
That would
ago.
be fair, yeah.
Make a wisdom save for me. I'm a fan of those tonight.
Oh, you are. Tonight?
How
Jim.
wise are you?
Boom.
And
That
the
is
wisdom
a
seems
four.
making crazy happen.
Oh man, Boffin. Your dreams are vivid. Beyond
Okay.
vivid. You are laying in bed, you open your eyes to see Dragoncorn above you. He guides you from your bed, holding your hand. Come, Boffin. Grander
right.
adventures await. You're totally
All right,
you're stone cold sober at this point, but
Oh, okay.
Oh,
your dream is very vivid, and Dragoncorn's still very friendly sounding.
Right.
Come, Boffin. I will show you the way. And in your dream, you're gliding through the halls of the house. And you awaken, standing in the kitchen, where the tea was. But the tea is not there. You could really go for a cup of tea. It's first thing in the morning. It's practically time for
Dang,
first of the day tea.
Dang, how much of that tea did I drink last night?
All of it. You drank all of it. Every last drop.
I'll have to figure out get more of that, but I guess for now I'll just look at whatever teas we have and probably just throw several of them into the teapot.
Okay, they're
And whatever's
no.
left of the sugar.
oh no.
there's
We're gonna try and remake.
You're just gonna throw a little bit of all of the tea in there into a pot?
Sure, why not?
Alright.
Do a little experiment.
Oh dear.
Alright. So
All hot
there's,
leaves.
There's some dark leaves, there's some green leaves, there's some
Oh no, okay.
there's some leaves that smell like really fragrant. It's chai, by the way, is the last one I'm talking about. But I can't. It's hard to describe chai without just saying chai.
Spice.
So you
Got
put them all
spices.
into the tea to the kettle or into the teapot, and you steep the leaves. Make a let's see. I just want something other than a wisdom check for once.
Intelligence to see if he's smart enough to not drink it.
This is gonna be something like we're gonna call it survival, I think,
Sure.
because you don't have
I mean,
you don't have
same
cooking
difference.
tools. If you had cooking
No.
cooking tools, then I would let you do a check with those. Oh, okay.
Oh no, 4.
4 again.
Okay, this experiment was a failure.
So,
Okay. Oh.
Boffin, the green chai gray that you have made tastes,
Some kettle in there too.
it tastes of warm spices, bergamot, and grass.
All right. Okay.
It is aided somewhat by the fact that you oversteeped it, but the sugar is making it all come together. Except that green tea
Okay.
may have been a mistake,
All right.
like a bad mistake. That's. But
you have enough tea for me to dump it out and make something a bit less terrible?
Yes, absolutely. There is still
Okay.
plenty of tea left. So, dump that out. Make yourself a nice cup of tea.
Let's just have just a spice tea with some
sure.
sugar.
The spiced tea is fantastic. It is.
Okay.
It reminds you of a warm cup on a cold winter's day, with a hint of sweetness to get some pep in your step, and the caffeine starts to wake you up almost immediately.
Okay, all right.
There's.
And
Sorry. Go ahead.
he's gonna realize that Gale didn't wake him up to take watch, so he's gonna go looking for Gale.
All right. You'll find that of all of the other people in the household, the only one there is Soliana, who is
Well, this is strange and concerning.
who is so hard asleep that she has a leg falling out of bed and she's crosswise.
Well, Boffin's
She's also
gonna
having a good day.
panic a little and start searching the whole house for everybody,
Make an investigation for me, please, Boffin.
or any
Oh, we didn't
evidence
leave
of
a
what has
note.
befallen
Whoops.
them. No, you didn't.
Nope, we sure didn't. Didn't even think about it.
All right. So, Boffin, there are a few telltale signs that you miss. You don't miss that their boots are gone, that their cloaks are gone, or that their gear is missing.
Okay.
It
Okay.
looks like they have been stolen. All of them have been
Oh.
stolen from the house. You totally overlook all the evidence that they just up and left.
Right. Okay.
Maybe-
All right.
Maybe they did leave, but maybe they're trying to abandon you with Soliana.
All right. Think. Oh, think. All right. Think. What to do here? Shit. Okay. They're not in the house. And I see no evidence of whatever took them.
Correct.
Must have been the shadow. Must have been the goo.
Right. I
No.
guess time to report missing people to the guard.
Oh,
Oh
oh, no. Yes, please.
Oh, no.
Please.
Boffin, no.
This is
Boffin.
great.
Are you just heading right out?
I mean, if I can't wake up, so like, why? It's still a little baffling, but there's no other possible conclusion to this. From
No
evidence.
other-
Yeah, no, he'll
Boffin,
head right
no.
out. He'll make sure that he has all of his stuff, and he goes out looking.
All right, Boffin, you equip yourself for the trouble that surely lies ahead, and you burst through the door, leaving
Even leave a note for
Soliana
Soliana.
alone.
Oh no!
Right.
Oh no!
Make a quick. I just need you to make a really fast survival check as you leave the house.
Okey-dokey.
We're gonna leave some
Uh-oh.
of this up to chance. All right.
Sick.
Oh, no.
And where's all of our good rolls from last night? We really need that tea again to get our rolls back.
Ooh.
Yeah, I know, right?
Boffin.
Often you have, in your haste, forgotten a few things.
Okay.
But Tol Duram is a fairly safe city. The door probably doesn't need
It's
to be
safe
locked.
to be if three of my friends have been abducted in our own house.
The door doesn't need to be locked and probably not even closed. It's fine.
Okay.
Are you serious?
It's fine. We'll be right back. We just need to go.
All right.
This is how Soliana ends up dead.
So Boffin, with relatively short order, you find a guard. You find a watchman who is,
Right.
fine leather tunic and a spear on his shoulder, and he's looking at you rather odd as this halfling comes running up to him.
Oh, sir.
Yes.
A bit of a disturbance to report. 3 of my companions are missing.
Missing. Did they?
Yes, I
missing?
woke up and 3 of them are gone. It was just me and Soliana in the house, and I mean there was some spot of trouble last night too.
Did they go to breakfast?
Wouldn't go to breakfast without me.
Okay, I just we have to go through the basics first.
Right.
let's- Have you searched the entire house?
Yes.
Not the
Quite
bathrooms. Okay.
Not in the backyard.
Are you certain?
Oh, I didn't search the garden. I don't know what they'd be doing in the garden. Not all 3 of them.
All right, come show me.
Lead this guard back to the house.
All right. The guard is gonna go in the house. He's gonna search through and get descriptions. Boffin.
Right?
He'll write them down on a scrap of parchment and. Very well. We'll see what we can find for you. I recommend that you
thank you very
stay
much.
home in case they come back.
Oh, okay. Sure. Well, what if whatever took them comes back to finish the job?
We'll have watch nearby. Don't worry. All will
All
be
right.
well.
Hmm.
It's been
Mm,
ages.
Is that the trigger phrase?
Yes. We know. It's
All right.
for the meme at this point.
Sure.
See, like, the funny thing is does Boffin realize he left the door open? So he's just like, oh, someone broke in.
All right.
Oh no.
So, as the guard is taking a statement from Boffin, we're gonna go back to the others at the academy.
Oblivious and unaware.
Blissfully unaware of Boffin's awakening and utter abject panic at their lack of note-leaving ability. To be fair to
we will
Boffin,
learn one day.
To be fair to Boffin, it's like 5:30 in the morning. He wakes up. He's not exactly going to be looking for traveling cloaks hanging by the door.
Gail said she was gonna wake him up.
And yeah. So at the arcane college, the door is unlocked. The glow from inside is inviting, and the receptionist is drinking a very large stoneware cup of coffee.
No, you too.
There is lots of work to do, and it is far too early. I am a wood elf. We rise at mid-morn at best. Alas,
Yeah, that sounds right. That sounds right.
too much chamomile last night. I'm sorry. How can I help you?
Oh, yeah, sorry to bother you so early.
No,
but,
it's fine. It's fine. This is my job.
Fair enough. You guys have lodging here at all?
Are you wearing your pendant?
Probably. It's just like attached to his cloak at this point.
Okay. We do have student lodging, and she's gonna look over your shoulder. Guest lodging. The student lodging is 3 silver per night, and it's double that for each guest, up to 3. Guests can stay with you. She's looking a little concerned, or in separate rooms.
Oh no, it's okay. We have a place we have somewhere to go.
So most students don't stay in the college unless they don't have anywhere else to stay.
These are unusual circumstances.
Just gonna look
As she
back
just
at
kind
Edwin.
of she just kind of glances over to Edwin, just kind of pats his shoulder a little bit.
Oh, he is just nervy and just looks like he hasn't slept in a long time.
Are you okay?
No.
Gail's just gonna shake her head. He's not.
What's going on? Is there something we should know about?
I made my old mentor mad, and now he's trying to kill me.
Ah.
Done it twice. I'd just like somewhere where maybe he can't find me.
Well, you have come to the right place. What's his name?
Master Oreg?
Master.
Still locked?
Alright. She's going to write this down and speak into a stone. We have what student? What are you? Who are you again?
Edwin Illumis.
Student Edwin Illumis, disgruntled former master Oreg. We've got a code Ruby29. All right, and
We just magically nuke him.
she's 380, 380 on Villamond. She's gonna reach out to you, Edwin, and take your hand, and she's gonna just kind of her hand is soft, and she holds yours, and she pats the back of your hand. And very sorry this is happening. Follow this little familiar here, and they'll take you to your room. And she's gonna hold her hand over the desk, and from the ceiling drops a key. And she'll hand you the key.
Marius is impressed.
That's pretty impressive. Okay.
The little sparrow that dropped the key flies back into the bowels of the building.
Hmm.
Oh, bird friend.
Dang key bigger than the bird itself.
Right? All right. Well,
I need to become a wizard.
do you want to, Edwin? Did you want us to come with to see, or
I mean,
are we?
that's up to you, I guess. I mean, I assume they're allowed.
Within reason.
You know, just to see a friend, to where he's going.
They may see you to the door. Visitors have to pay.
Understandable.
College has to get its money somehow.
Oh, we're dropping the
Get it off
baby
the tourist.
college.
If you are going to be here for more than a week, we do have discount rates for long-term resident students.
It'll be a day-by-day basis for now, I think.
Very well.
Not entirely sure.
And a little squirrel with purple fur and bright green eyes will hop up onto the desk and gesture for you to follow.
Oh, that's so concerning. Just in normal circumstances, that is just a purple squirrel.
It
Like, oh
is-
yes, come hither, friend.
It is almost
Just
an amethyst-colored squirrel, even.
yeah, see, that's better. I didn't come to school and you're getting escorted by Barney the talking squirrel.
Now that you've said that, I was
name
trying
is
to make a
Barnaby.
reference. I was trying to reference Amethyst Falls in Axia, but now it's just Barney the squirrel.
No, call him Barnaby.
Anyway,
Anyway.
the squirrel will hop down and start running down one of the many hallways.
Okay.
Every few feet, he'll stop and turn, twitch his nose, look back at you, make sure you're following. And
Follow along the squirrel.
as you follow, you it's actually a fairly straight shot. You go down a hallway and to a left, and then take a right, and there's a door at the very end of the hall. The hall is blank except for portraits and sconces, and there's a single door at the end. At this door, you see an elven man. Behind him is an elven woman wearing a night robe and sandals, and her hair up in a towel, still damp. And behind her is a gnomish fellow who's looking very impatient. The man at the front is trying to open this door, sticking his key, and he's obviously been on the sauce a little bit. The woman and the gnome are getting very impatient. But they're all queued up at this door.
Oh. Okay.
What's this line for?
The gnome sighs. It's the dormitory.
Just one door?
Just
It's the door to the dormitories.
Well,
only one door?
is this gentleman able to get it unlocked?
The key only works if the key holder is actually holding it. Otherwise, I would have done it for him ages ago.
I'm so sorry.
Finally, the woman stands up, or kind of steps up behind the dude, grabs his forearm, and forces the key into the door with his own forearm, and then twists it, and he kind of, ow, ow, ow. Thanks, lady. And he enters the door, and the door closes behind him. She puts her key in the door, turns it, opens it, and walks into a dark room. Door closes again. The gnome, finally! He opens the door, enters it, and the door closes by itself again.
Well, that's
Was a bit of a,
actually pretty self-explanatory. Okay.
that was a bit of a spitfire.
All right. Well, I can see why we could only see you to the door, Edwin.
Yeah.
And Gail's just going to kind of gesture for him to do so, and she's just kind of taking in the surroundings. It's this being around all this sort of magic stuff is weird for her.
Kid dropping baby off his first day of college.
Dropping baby off in his bunker.
All right, Edmund, any last words before you head off to your chambers, to your friends?
Yeah, I appreciate it, and I'll keep in touch.
Of course.
I
mean,
assume they have some way to tell me you're here.
I'm sure they do. I mean, we can always just go up to the receptionist.
Yep.
But we know where to find you, and you know where to find us.
Yeah, it might take me a minute. It's kind of hard navigating trees.
Yeah, it can be, especially when you're not familiar with them. But you know,
I mean, honestly,
just
so much
gonna-
of it looks the same.
she's just gonna raise up her hand and just kind of squeeze her finger and thumb together, just a little bit. She's grinning.
I mean, it's
She'll-
like the streets in Villamont aren't much better, but
No, they're not. But she'll
I'm
offer
sorry,
her hand
trees.
to him. She'll just kind of offer her hand to him to just kind of shake, and
yeah, I guess he'll take it and shake it.
she's gonna kind of pull him close and just kind of give him just a friendly hug. Just kind of pat him gently on the back and just.
Oh, no, is that like that's like the first kind of hug in so long?
Oh.
I know, baby.
Edwin,
Oh.
Oh, Edwin, protect us, man.
He's fine.
Anything happens, just holler for us.
I
And-
don't know that magic yet, but I'm sure figured it out.
You're a smart kid.
They
We'll
probably
figure it
have, and they probably have some way to get word to us. I mean, we're on the registry or whatever that was, hey?
Oh yeah, we're part of a company now, so
I don't understand.
it's more business stuff, organization.
But who's gonna
Don't
call
worry.
us that?
Don't worry about it.
Gail just shrugs.
What if someone needs to just get a message to you and your name is the only thing that they know?
We'll figure it out, I guess.
I guess. But
All right.
I guess I'll try and get some better sleep now that I might actually be able to.
Yeah. I hope you can.
Yeah,
But-
I hope so too.
But we'll let the others know where you are, and Gail's just gonna kind of pause and, oh crap, Marius, we didn't leave a note.
It'll be fine.
Early, who's gonna be awake?
I don't know. I don't know.
When halflings all like sleep till noon?
I don't know.
Nope, there's meals in the morning.
I don't know, Edwin.
Soliana's got her eyes on that halfling fellow, so
Um,
he won't be causing no trouble.
I guess we'll see.
Oh, ye of little faith.
Hey now. Anyway, well, we'll deal with whatever may come. All right. Well, we'll see you later, Edwin.
Yeah.
Hope you can get some better sleep, man.
Yeah.
all right. As they leave, Edwin, you put your key in the door and you turn it. The door will open for you into what looks like a void of blackness.
mildly concerning, but everyone else went through it just fine, so it's probably fine.
As you step in, the world around you is illuminated into a very small personal room. If you look back over your shoulder, you'll notice that the door, the hallway appears to be accelerating away from you. Almost, as it gets smaller, and your friends get smaller, and it collapses into a place on the door where there's just a keyhole. In the room is a small bed that could fit 2 people if they were really into each other and didn't mind snuggling. A desk, chair to go with the desk, and a little lantern. Right now it's illuminated. It looks like little fireflies are dancing around inside of it. There's some scratch paper and a small bowl of mixed nuts. Mundane ink and quills.
Nuts.
Are you going to lay down, Edwin?
Yeah.
Edwin, as you lay down, the firefly lantern dims itself. And there's almost like a wave of some warm, comforting feeling from the sheets themselves as you pull them over you. It almost feels like almost like something's just blown into your face, but not like that nasty, gross, like person breath sort of thing. Like a pleasant breeze across your face. And it is hard to resist falling asleep.
Fine, he needs it.
But you feel, beyond anything else, you feel isolated. You are well and truly hidden here. And we will deal with Boffin's police report and the consequences of that very shortly. We'll be back soon. Go stretch your legs. It's dangerous to sit for more than an hour at a time.
Hydrate or dihydrate.
See you guys real soon. It's gonna be
Real
fun.
soon.
welcome back. Hope you guys had a nice little break. I did. I don't know about all of them.
Was adequate.
Adequate break.
So,
No, what do you
all right. Boffin has a police report in.
Mhm.
Edwin is in his dorm room. Marius and Gale are leaving the Arcane University.
And Soliana is dropped out of sleep.
Soliana's leaving like slobber marks on her pillow at this point.
Guys.
All right. So,
Ah.
as the sun begins to come up over the eastern edge of the forest, and the sky goes from blue to purple. Sorry, black to purple to less purple to gold. The city begins to come to life around you. Shoppers start moving about. The high elves begin opening up their businesses and coming out of their doors. The wood elves are preferring to sleep in, as a general rule. And the gnomes haven't even considered rising yet. Smells of breakfast foods waft from windows, whether that be a nice Western-style omelet with all the fixings from some hotel or some inn that specializes in halfling food.
Oh, I'm hungry again.
You're welcome. Or a freshly chopped fruit pie. The city comes to life. Boffin, from where you are at the house, it's been maybe 40 minutes, 45 minutes. You haven't heard from the watch, and no watchman has come by. Soliana is now audibly snoring.
Right. Go ahead and gently close that. Actually, I probably doesn't even need to be gently. Nothing can wake this woman now, but still. Be a little considerate. But let's close the door. Dampen it out a little bit. That's fine. I guess hearing her snore means that she's still here at least. It's just pacing around. I just go look at the pantry again. Oh, we have like nothing there.
There's no tea.
The guard
I need some tea,
to
man.
wait. No.
Boffin, you do find a small wax paper package of crackers and a little bit of cheese.
Alright, it'll have to do. I thought we didn't have any cheese and crackers. That's why I was going to get some cheese and crackers. Oh well. Must have overlooked him last night.
Dragoncorn left them for you.
Dragoncorn left them.
Yeah, he's going to just sadly nibble on some cheese and crackers. It's the most pathetic halfling breakfast ever.
I am disappointed my ancestors.
Surely this is not up to the standard par of
But
the
no,
Prince of Halflings.
I wait here in case the guards or my friends come back.
All right. And then back on the city streets, Gale and Marius, are you heading back to the house, or are you going to go do some things first?
I mean,
like you wanted to do shopping.
Gail was just gonna go and pick up a few, do a little early morning grocery run, basically.
Please.
Some
Okay.
eggs, some
And
milk,
just
couple
kind
knives.
of strike up conversation with Marius along the way.
Okay, go ahead. Well, as you're walking towards the nearest trading house.
All right. Hang on a sec. I gotta get my brain back into gear here.
Drop that puppy into fourth gear. Let's go.
Oh. Wow.
See, my brain's
glad
about to
he's-
drop the puppy. It's like, why?
I'm glad he's safely at the college. Mary, is you still feeling kind of guilty about all that?
A lot of it.
You-
I reckon it.
What exactly happened? I was working on antitoxin.
It was so. I gave him the book, and all of a sudden, this thing just opens up, and this voice just rings out, and it was just downhill from there. That creature thing came out, and I tried punching it. That didn't work. So I tried punching it harder, and that didn't work either.
Then everything went dark, and I lit up the sconces and. Okay.
It was.
Where'd you get the book? Where'd you get that book?
Got it from a job. Remember that?
Yeah.
Job
The one you just came back from?
Yeah, the one I split for a couple days.
Oh.
Thurge said he had the job. He didn't tell me anything about who it was, and I didn't ask questions. You usually don't ask questions, it's just business. But
That's weird.
I should have been a bit more sharper than my rusty shovel back in the barn.
Well, did it? I know the thing could talk. So did it say anything? Give any hint as to who it might have been from, or what?
Well, my best guess is our little wizard friend's old mentor. Seemed to be related to that.
Oh,
Was
no.
asking about that book.
Oh no. Oh. She's just gonna kind of grimace and roll a shoulder. I wonder. Well,
Now,
I don't
I
know. I'm not a mercenary. I'm a knight, so.
I ain't no knight. I'm just a mercenary.
Yeah, I don't. That's really unfortunate.
Look, I ain't one for reading, but I know that's not one you'd read at a bedtime story. That is
No. No, you.
whatever
I hope not
the
during
kid
playtime.
had, whatever creepy book that thing was, I do not think that this is over.
No, it's far from. If just judging from everything that's gone on since, well, funny enough, since you left, it's probably going to get worse before it gets better. But all we can do is be here, be ready when it happens, you know? Just how it goes for.
I want to apologize, Gail. I made a right mess of that. That was.
What do you mean? Like, made a mess of it?
I'm the one who brought that damn thing in.
Mary's, there was no way you could have known. I mean, I didn't really get a good look at it, but it didn't look like anything, it looked pretty innocuous, pretty harmless. And then
Harmless, but I was still
the
the one carrying it. I was the one who handed it off to him, and I was the one who put him in danger.
Well,
I understand.
I
I didn't know what it was. I don't think any of us did, but still, because of my actions.
I don't know if it's so much you as, like, I would say it's not your fault so much as being used. Because if you don't know where it came from and you don't remember anything from the job, then
It was all
but it
just
clearly has marks of the court wizard, then
I've been thinking about it, and I still can't remember a damn thing. It's just like I woke up and everyone was gone, and there was just that book.
Well,
Starting to get a little concerned now because I haven't heard anything from Thurge or Darton or any from the company.
you could try sending out a letter, I suppose.
Might rightly do that.
Because, yeah, I mean, when you meet up with one of your own, and then suddenly they're not there, and you don't remember a damn thing. Well,
I mean, it's not the first time things have just split like that. Everyone's a bit different. Usually, things separate after a night of drinking and bad poker. But I'm rightly concerned, Dale. I don't know what.
I'm concerned for you. I mean, if nothing else, we could always see if the healers or the college can check and see if there's some sort of magic thing going on. I don't know.
Maybe I've been thinking too much about it. Maybe my mind is, seeing skeletons in the closet and they're not there. I don't know.
Well,
I'll be honest. My brain has been a bit scattered ever since we left. Gatewatch.
are you doing all right? I mean, I know you're probably worried about your dad.
I don't know about doing all right, but I'm doing.
She's just gonna kind of nod and just, yeah, I get that. It's just what happens when you gotta dig up your spine and put it back in, huh?
More than a couple times. I mean,
Well,
I ain't no knight. No, I wasn't a part of no formal and proper force like you. I'm just a sellsword muscle.
you fight damn good, though. That's worth something.
So far, it's been about all I've been good for.
Don't beat yourself up about the book. Say, that's probably something beyond any of us right now.
I would like to get some answers.
Answers are great. I would love some answers. But it is what it is.
Breakfast on me this morning. Let's go find a place to eat. I am starving.
Well, we should probably go.
And
Go grab Boffin. But after we pick up some supplies for the house.
Maybe some fresh
Just
cheese and
groceries.
crackers. Maybe. I really hope he didn't find. He found those in the
nipples.
couch cushions. I bet.
I don't know.
I bet 20
Just
silver.
suddenly
He
had
put those in those were in the couch cushions.
You have 20 silver?
Yeah, we all have gold from the queen now.
Marius has gold from the job, and he gave he waived his to put out a reward for his father.
Okay, so this time I was under the impression you guys were looking for a general store that was open.
Would like to do that, yeah.
Okay. So with some,
just some sort of,
with some ease, you managed to find a general store. This is not one of those places where you shop around the aisles. The day's prices are on the blackboard, and your order will be delivered to you. A basic stock of provisions, considering how little the house has, for a week is going to cost you about 4 silver.
Okay.
and
Gil.
will be delivered by mid-morning to
Gil.
noon.
Gail can take care of that. Okay, so
Would they have anything to deal with these devils and shadow dogs?
The general store does not know.
This is a grocery store, sir.
Do you had anything to deal with things that go bump in the night? Sir, this is a Publix.
We have bagels.
We have bagels and chicken tender subs. Please pick one or leave.
all right. We should probably head back to the house. I see if Boffin and Soliana are all right or awake.
All right. So a solid hour after you found the cheese and crackers in the pantry there, Boffin, Gale and Marius come in. You still haven't heard from the watch, by the way.
Okay.
Gale and Marius enter as though nothing has happened.
Okay, alright, he just goes scurrying up to them and just cracker crumbs like falling off of his shirt. It's like, oh, Gail, Marius, thank goodness, you're alright. Oh, I don't know, where's Edwin? Did something happen to Edwin?
No. Boffin, what?
We
Boffin, I'm
just,
sorry
Just
we
woke
didn't
up
leave
and
it
you
out.
were all gone, and I mean, we know lots of things have been after Edwin.
No. Everything's fine.
we
Everything's
just
fine.
took him
We
to the
Okay.
took him to the academy.
magical daycare.
Magical
In the middle of the night?
daycare.
He is not
No.
a child, sir.
No,
He is older than
we
you.
We were up at
So
about
small.
about 5-ish this morning, and we just took him over there.
Oh, I guess he
I'm
must have been up
sorry.
not much longer before. But you said you were filling me up!
I woke up late, and Edwin wasn't asleep, and Marius,
Oh.
you were snoring like a swamp beast.
Yeah, it's
Oh,
about that.
I wasn't awake to hear yours, but I mean, Soliana might be giving you a run for your money.
Yeah, I'm sorry we didn't leave a note.
No, it's
Didn't
all
even
right.
think
You're
about it.
fine here, and you said Edwin's fine too.
Yeah, he's at the college.
Okay.
He felt safer there, he said. Which is fine.
All right. I guess we've resolved. I am starving. Do you have food, or we're gonna go out and get some food?
We can go out and get food, but we've got basic stock coming in, sometime
I
around.
found some more
sometime
cheese and
this morning.
crackers, but that's hardly
Where?
balanced breakfast.
Where did you find cheese?
This is in the pantry. I don't know how we overlooked it last night.
Gail's gonna look at Marius and just kind of. I looked really carefully in there.
Tea
There
was gone,
wasn't.
though. That's fine. There was more tea.
Oh no, there's more.
Yeah, I made
Um,
myself a nice spiced tea.
God,
Ah,
I'm sorry. Did you want some? I mean, there should still be a
Oh.
little left.
no,
No.
thanks.
we're,
No,
we're fine.
we're more than fine. Is he
So-
here in the room with us?
Pardon? What?
Is
Dragicorn.
Dragicorn
How much does Boffin remember of last?
You distinctly remember you remember some little bit. It's fuzzy.
How do you forget that?
Marius, we killed the shadow demon. If it's, I'm pretty sure it's gone. Certainly, if it didn't
that
belong
ain't-
into Edwin.
No,
That
this.
ain't what I'm talking about.
You were talking to. I mean, it looked like
You
the
were off
hair
your
to me.
rocker last night. You were
You took a trip, my friend.
about as much sense as an empty corn purse. Like,
I don't quite
And
know
I
what
don't-
you're talking about. I just had some tea.
You were going to go get cheese and crackers, and I stopped you. I just held onto your shirt just to see if you.
I
would keep
remember
walking.
that. Like that's why I was surprised that there was some more cheese and crackers.
And then you suddenly had cheese and crackers. I know there weren't any.
I don't
Unless
know
you
if
found
that's
them in the
like-
couch.
I don't know if that's like
I mean, I
halfling
guess there's not
magic
any more because I ate them all while I was waiting for y'all to get back.
Right. Well,
Oh,
let's
right.
go get breakfast.
Let's
Yeah,
go.
and actually, before we do that, we might
Huh?
need to report into the guard.
Why would we need to report
Why?
into the guard?
I may have reported you free as missing. I also let them know about our
Oh.
incident last night. I mean, it wasn't entirely unfounded, I don't think.
Gail's she's gonna try to keep from laughing at first, and then she can't help it. She just cracks up and just oh,
Everything all right,
oh
Gil?
man, thanks. Yeah, yeah. Well, that's the first time in a long while I've had anyone report me to the guards.
Oh. I wasn't reporting you per se. I was reporting that
Oh,
you were
missing.
missing.
Reporting
Right.
missing.
Right,
Last time
well,
that happened, I accidentally got myself locked up in a cellar.
Oh.
Don't
Tell me
think
about
I've
that
ever gone missing.
Anyways, wasn't my intent, but happy to entertain.
Oh, sure,
That something
entertaining.
came out of it.
Well, if we'll let them come to us. Because right now,
I mean, they said someone would be watching the house, so maybe they've already seen you. But
and if they have, then they'll probably go on about their business.
This is gonna bite us in the ass later. Imposters.
I guess we could try waking Solana, but I haven't had any luck with that.
Let her
Nah,
Y'all could use a bit of a rest after the week we've had.
Let her sleep.
She burned quite a bit of magical power there. That was pretty intense.
Honestly, I'm a little surprised I was awake, but I just it's been
Let her sleep. Let her sleep like a wood elf for
hunger
once.
pains or something.
She's a heavy sleeper when she gets in.
Oh, you already know this.
We traveled together for a bit.
Old acquaintances.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You've had old
Yeah.
acquaintances. Aren't you like a, I don't know, 10 for age?
It's weird with elves.
Also, age stuff is a weird thing. Anyways, as he's clearly trying to change the subject.
Why don't we go get some food and then we'll carry on with the day.
I'm not going to argue with that.
Say
Anything to
cheese
get
and
tri-
crackers is hardly worth it for a halfling, hey?
No,
Anything for
it's a
the Prince of
smash.
Halflings.
Not a meal.
Anything to get Trit to talk about food.
No.
If you insist, I can do so.
Or you just always go into really good detail, and it gets me starving. It gets me hungry. I might have just eaten something, but like I still would be hungry after you describe food.
Back to last night, though, did really none of the rest of you able to tell that something was wrong in Edwin's room?
Oh well, I mean, I found out
I
something was
mean,
wrong pretty quickly.
Well, and you were in the room, and that makes sense.
I didn't know anything until I heard you all scuffling. And then the lights went out. So, I had no idea.
There was darkness pooling even before the lights went out, but alright.
Darkness pooling? Really?
I don't know. I can't really
I didn't see anything.
remember it.
I mean,
Something led me to his, must have led me to his door.
weird. I don't know. Stewards only know. I guess we're gonna go find another restaurant.
All right. Goodness. Okay, so as Edwin continues to rest, the rest of you head out to find a place to acquire breakfast. You end up at a small public house, as it were, and the best breakfast you can find in Tolderom this morning is a good cup of coffee, spiced chai tea, eggs cooked to preference, though the owner will tell you that that she is particularly skilled at over medium, and homemade sourdough bread toasted in lots of fresh butter. Oh, and blistered cherry tomatoes.
Now this is breakfast.
Sounds perfect.
You are a wordsmith when it comes to describing food.
We have a very halfling view of food.
Everybody has to have a skill. This one's mine.
Wordsmith.
A decent DM, excellent food describer.
Oh, I want some eggs now.
Honestly, I kind of want eggs too. I wanted to end for omelet right now.
I'll
Yeah,
take
go get some Denny's.
a bagel with a nice slice of country ham,
McDonald's sells
Over
bagels now. Anyway,
sunny side up.
Anyway.
Anyway, moving right along. Your breakfast is very hearty, filling, and warms you right up after a rough sort of day. While you're gone, when you do arrive back at the house, Soliana will be missing. She will leave a note stating.
Oh no, we didn't leave a note again.
She will, assuming that you all are out doing things because it is later in the morning. She writes a note telling you that she'll be visiting her parents and she'll be back she'll be back before the party. And she is not upset at you for not waking her up for breakfast. She needed the rest.
Efforts were made. Efforts were made.
Edwin.
She's just a...
It is mid-morning when your room begins to brighten, seemingly of its own accord. And you are awakened. Quite rested, mind. Edwin.
Yeah. That one is his wake up.
So, Edwin, if you are reluctant to get out of bed, your bed will handle that for you.
Oh.
No, no.
Magic bed.
It is mid-morning, and the sheets roll themselves down off of you. There's a bit of a nudge.
No such thing as sleeping in. Okay.
Slightly rougher nudge.
He'll get up.
You rise to find the room as much as you left it. The desk is very neatly made. The lamp is slowly brightening. There is your things are where you left them. A cloak of midnight blue is hanging on the peg, along with a few other articles of casual wear that appear to be in your size.
Mm.
It
Free,
is.
free clothes, I guess.
It is well after breakfast time, or it's probably about brunch time. Are you going to be leaving your room today?
Probably. Gonna go wander.
Alright. When you do leave your room, you find the equivalent of an RA standing outside this shared door. You put your key in the keyhole in the wall, and the door appears on it. You open the door and step through into the hallway. There are several people there. A young, an older elf, middle-aged perhaps elf, stops you and you're new here.
Very, yes. Hi.
Hi. So just so you know, rules for the rooms. Anything, as long as you leave something, as long as you're holding that key, you will get that room back. If you have to get a new key, though, that room would be gone forever. Well, not forever, but effectively a long time. Whoever happens to get your key next will. I mean, whatever's in there is probably going to get purged anyway, so don't leave anything in the room. Remember, you'll want to be out of the room by 11 o'clock every morning for housekeeping to go in and do their thing. Any clothes you leave in there will be cleaned and returned to you that evening. No smoking.
No.
No smoking, and we don't care what magical substance it is.
Speaking of, is there a place to get stuff like that identified?
So, follow the signs for the alchemy lab. You can read Old Elvish, right?
Probably.
I mean, it's Elvish with an accent. You'll figure it out. You'll be fine. You look like a clever person. If you need help, red pins on the cloak. That's going to be educators, administrative staff, people that work here that get paid, rather than doing the paying.
Good to know. Just little notes in just a book. Okay.
Alright, and the university is open to you. It is significantly smaller than the one in Lothiel. But there are signs that point you to pretty well everywhere you need to go. You realize that fairly quickly that when this elf said Old Elvish, he really just meant Elvish with an obnoxiously smarmy accent.
Elvish, but italicized.
Basically, yeah. He switched from Arial to Times New Roman and italicized the font.
Oh, that's how Grandpa spoke. Okay.
You turned around once or twice, but you end up at the alchemy lab. There, it is a place of many interesting and pungent smells. As you approach it, you smell something very floral. Then you smell something that's more like rotten flesh, and then old potatoes.
Awful.
And you find several researchers, as the university calls its students, working in various areas around a very large circular room. There are fire pits along the outside with cauldrons and pots on them, alembics and all sorts of glassware in the center on shelves, and then work tables in between the two. There are many folk here experimenting with things. You're pretty sure that person is trying to take a mushroom off of their finger that is chewing on their finger.
Huh. Fascinating.
Cool.
And in the center,
Neat.
in the center, standing in the middle of a spiral desk, or rather sitting on a raised chair on a spiral desk, is an old, well, you recognize him as old by the way he carries himself, but he is an elvish man with long hair starting silver at the roots and ending at moss green at the tips. And he is staring intently at a rose under a glass bell.
No, you don't want to disturb the man. Anyone else look free?
There's several researchers milling about doing their work.
Doesn't want to disturb the man. Doesn't want to disturb anyone, but it's just. Guess just kind of go up to someone and subtly try and get their attention.
There's a half-elven woman who is doing some work nearby. Looks like she's heating up a few vials, and turns to you. And at first, she's got a very stern look, but as soon as she sees you, her eyes soften. Hello.
Hi. Sorry, I'm new here. Very new. Is there anyone I can talk to about getting something just identified? We found it, and one of my friends drank it, and
Time out. I'm just a student here. My name's Nisala, and it's very nice to meet you. Your name is?
Edwin.
It's nice to meet you, Edwin. All right. So you, I'm not the world's best botanist by any means, but what do you have?
Some sort of. Well, it was on the shelf with tea. Just
Okay.
to pull it out of his bag, I guess.
She's gonna take it, and I'm not very good at ground up dried leaves. Ooh. Lid back
I mean,
on.
all it had was just the label of add sugar, and he did, and I mean, it had some effects. Magical in nature. Know that much.
It looks like boring tea to me and smells like death. If you take it to the professor, he is a bit of an expert on the various plants of Valeran. He's been working on his dissertation on Valeran flora for the last 200 years.
Well versed.
Yes, he's the one right there in the middle.
Yeah. Not gonna get mad.
Probably not. He
Okay.
doesn't often get angry. But
He just looks busy.
well, yeah. he always looks busy. But no, he, especially if you come to him with a plant problem, now if you come to him asking about rabbits, then he might get a little bit upset. But if it's a plant, he's all ears. Anyway, nice to meet you. I hope to see you around. She's gonna offer her hand in a handshake.
He will reciprocate the gesture.
Her hand leaves you slightly sticky, and she apologizes profusely, and like grabs your arm with her other hand and starts wiping off your hand with a rag. Sorry, terribly sorry. One of my reagents that I'm working with is inert monstrous gelatin. It's not going to eat your flesh, but it's just a little sticky. Sorry.
Oh, that's fine. I've honestly dealt with worse.
They're much worse when they're alive. Anyway, she's going to turn back to her studies.
Edwin made a friend.
Yeah.
Acquaintance.
A colleague.
Guess just to go to the man in the middle.
The man in the middle may not have blinked this entire time with how still he has been. A sign, plaque on his desk tells you that his name is Arbeladon. And he is a horticulturalist. As you approach, he continues to stare at the rose under the bell.
Excuse me, sir?
Oh, wait. Watch. Look carefully at this. Are you actually following his instruction, or are you...
I mean, yeah.
Alright. Make a nature check for me.
He is surprisingly good at those. Supposedly.
So, Edwin with a 13. You see that... I mean, this is just a dumb rose. Why is he so interested? And then you see it breathe. The petals very subtly undulating as though this flower is breathing. Watch. You see it, right? You see it.
Yeah?
Alright. He's going to reach under his desk and pull out a small jar with a stopper full of red fluid. Unstopper it. And as soon as he does, the petals of the flower begin to quiver and the leaves flutter slightly. Very quickly, he'll just edge up the bell a little bit, put the vial underneath it, and close the bell back down. And the flower will spring to life and jump up into the air, and the tip, where you would expect there to be a root, instead it looks like a needle-like proboscis. And it slams down into the top of the jar, and the red liquid is sucked up through a series of veins that turn red as it sucks up this fluid, and the petals go from a dull red to a vibrant crimson.
Huh.
Our Belladon will look at you right in the eye. His face is like right here close to yours because he's leaning over his desk. Now tell me, flora or fauna?
Fake?
Ah, the third option I hadn't considered. This will require more thought. Anyway, I presume you're here to see this.
You mean that and a question?
Oh, of course. What can I help you with? Sorry, my manners. Our Belladon, amateur horticulturalist of Valeran.
Edwin Illumis, new student here.
Oh, well, it's always good to see new faces. What can I do for you? What horticultural expertise can this humble junior researcher provide?
Junior researcher, he's just like double his age. Well, my friends found this in a house we were staying in, and one of them drank. None of them knew what it was, and one of them drank it.
Okay.
He was seeing things.
Right.
Wondering what it was. I mean, I found it was magical to some extent.
Well, you'll take the jar, open it up. Yes. Take a pinch of it. Put it as...
See? Not an unreasonable course of action.
Put the jar back on, set it down. He's gonna pull a bottle from underneath his desk, pop the cork off of it, drink it down. Well, I can identify that. Yes, absolutely. Some years ago, some students thought it would be a fantastic idea for the party to mix mind-altering mushrooms with tea. And let's see, if this is what I think it is, he's going to grab a handful of what looks like glowing spores and over top of it. There's a
no.
there's a as a little cloud of pink comes up.
Fair, right? Wow, it's affecting you all the way over there.
All right. This is a concoction of two mind-affecting substances. A mushroom called blind shroom, in colloquial terms, and a thistle known as fairy's bindweed. The two of them together supposedly let you see elsewhere. You know, elsewhere.
Oh.
However,
He's real here.
Oh no.
Well, for certain definitions of the word real, but
now there is a slight problem here that these plants are magical in nature. And, well, it's called bindweed for a reason.
Oh no. Oh no.
You also, when you do this, there were reports, and I haven't tried it myself, but I've seen the results, that it creates a, as it enters your body and suffuses you with the traces of magic that contains, a gate to elsewhere opens in your mind. And not only can you see into elsewhere, elsewhere can see into you, and even sometimes, I saw this happen just once, with a very little fairy, came in from elsewhere through the mind of one of my students.
No.
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 So the thing he was babbling about.
The poor creature was covered in mucus when she finally got out of that man's sinuses.
Ew.
Oh.
Ah, so that's where fairies come from.
So he was babbling about his new friend, what was it? Dragoncorn?
Well, that's either some sort of elsewhere creature that's disguising itself, or maybe it is a drag, whatever. I don't care so much about the fauna. Or it's a creature pretending to be, or the magical effects of this are mostly bupkis, and your friend was high as a kite. Could be all of them.
But, like, I noticed conjuration magic on it. And then he just suddenly ended up with, like, we were in a house with no food, and he ended up with cheese and crackers somehow.
Oh. Well,
We weren't sure if he got them from the couch, or...
so the bit of conjuration magic you sensed was probably be fairy's bindweed. It grows in particularly magical or fey-touched spots, people touched by the others from elsewhere around Valeran, and is often used to supplement conjuration spells, especially if bringing something over or trying to maintain contact with something elsewhere. If you're trying to summon an other, or even find one of the odd, it's often used in scrolls as one of the additives to the ink.
Interesting. Well, he's not getting that back.
Now, if you'd like, he's gonna go over to a place on the wall and pluck what looks like a thistle leaf out of a plant in a pot. This is a fairy's bindweed, and as you can see, it's got the sharp edges around a very long leaf. The inside stem here, the back vein is pink, and spiders out purple from there to the green leaf. Now, when they're most potent, these tips will all be black, or so purple that they're basically black. Now, if you take this as it is now, and you were to chew it, well, not much would happen. You would probably have a little bit of a good time, and you'd probably start protesting injustice on campus. For about 6 hours. At most.
Oh no, I'm definitely not interested in drugs.
Can we say that?
Well, all of this is drugs, my friend.
Well,
This
okay.
health potion, and he's going to gesture up towards a high shelf where there is a bottle, small bottle of red liquid that is glowing, positively glowing with a radiance. Looks like it's got gold flecks in it. That drug up there is my crowning achievement in healing magic through alchemy. Why, that thing could heal a dragon with its head cut off.
Whoa.
Yeah, that's impressive.
I call it Harriet's spite, because I spite Harriet every time I think about using it.
Rethink that
So
name.
there's some that would say that's unwise.
I want to rethink that branding.
Well, if it's time for somebody to die, then there's no potion that I can make that will prevent it. It's just a bit of fun. I'm sure the owl would understand.
Another man on Harriet's hit list.
The owl.
I mean, I more meant like the mind-altering ones, but
Oh, yes, well. The amount of things that we have in this lab go from slightly psychedelic and harmless to you will never be the same again. Never.
yeah, well, considering the boffin likes to just take things out of unlabeled bottles, definitely keep him out here.
Well, in that case, we'd be perfectly safe. All of our bottles are expertly labeled. Isn't that right, Elmar? He'll yell out, and you'll hear a response from the other side of the room. Yes, sir, we always label our bottles. We always label our bottles, sir.
The incidents. Well, I very much appreciate that. It was very insightful.
Always a pleasure to talk about plants.
Yeah, have fun figuring out what that one is. It's interesting. I've certainly never seen anything like it.
They've been showing up more and more in Valerian, but they're not native.
Hmm.
They seem to like the, well, that vial was full of blood. I call it the vampire rose.
That sounds accurate.
Or maybe blood thistle. He's gonna go back to staring at it, unblinking.
Blood rose?
Maybe. Somebody from Axia would probably throw a hissy fit, though.
No, we will leave this a man to his pondering. His a flower pondering.
All right. So there
Don't drink the tea, Boffin.
Congratulations, you're gonna have fairies in your brain.
You already got one.
Remember, kids, this is your brain on drugs.
Dragon Court's always watching me.
No dragonborn.
Drug.
Oh.
Oh man.
Drug corn.
Credit where it's due there.
That's what I needed to hear today. Thank you.
Oh. All right. So there's about
We have fun here.
we do have fun. Drugs. Look, I could have made it a perfectly mundane tea, and you're just like, oh, it's a
We could have.
decent tea that needs sugar. But no, this is much more fun, I think.
This is much more fun.
And it lets
Students
us
thought
talk.
drug tea would be fun.
And now you have, if you ever want to add a level of warlock to Boffin, you have the impetus
no.
to do so.
That would be
Acorn's his patron.
that would be a new and exciting place
Halfling,
to take him.
halfling, roguelock, lucky bullshit.
The Boffin doesn't need that kind of power. And, you know, he's not getting that
Oh, he
D,
does
so...
get that kind of power.
Dragoncorn patron warlock.
We keep
And
running across things that are resistant to stabbing. He's feeling very underwhelming.
No, you gotta just throw some silver on it and you're fine.
And we all thought hexadens were OP.
Sorry, having some flashbacks there. So, there are about 2 weeks-ish until the party. Now, we're going to have a little bit of downtime. You're going to have some time to practice skills or whatever else you would like. There are odd jobs available to be done around the city. Can earn you a few coins per day. Your groceries are delivered as scheduled. But next time we get together, when Soliana is back, we will be enjoying the party.
Party.
That said, before we go, is there anything that anybody specifically wants to do on this day or in the next couple of days?
I mean, Edwin had that book to deal with.
He does have that book to deal with. We're definitely going to take care of that in session, though.
He do.
Yeah. Often just wants to get to know the city a bit, wander around, get a feel for it. Maybe keep an eye out for any more weird news from the woods,
Okay.
or word of Marius' dad.
All right.
Marius is going to first notify the guard that we are not missing. Call off the search.
We weren't looking.
And then in between doing, I guess, odd jobs, just check in with the guard's office, see if any news has traveled through the pipelines about his father, Marcus.
Okay.
So, Gail's probably going to send a letter off back home, and in between everything else, she's going to keep an eye and ear out for any of her superiors who would be coming through.
All right.
She might look into having her weapons silvered, or seeing if she could maybe look into what it would take to learn some of the magic that Edwin and Soliana have been showing at the temple.
All right. All this and more are coming up in our next episode.
All right.
So don't miss it. Have a good weekend and a good week beyond. Don't forget to follow us on Discord. Join our Discord. Follow us on the social medias. And our VODs will eventually be on YouTube.
Until then, take care of yourselves, y'all.
Good night.
Good night.